We're always thinking about the next great technological leap, something as huge as the personal computer. But what if I told you it isn't just on the horizon? What if it's already here, walking among us? Yeah, we're talking about a massive shift from pure science fiction to everyday reality. So let's dive in and see what that actually means. That's a pretty powerful, almost utopian vision, right? It comes from the legendary science fiction writer Isaac Asimov. In his very last interview, he wasn't just talking about, having a robot do your chores. He was describing a future where robotics could fundamentally change what it means to be human, to be free. And make no mistake, this isn't some far-off prediction. This is happening right now. Humanoid robots are stepping out of the research labs and into our world, and they are about to change the very fabric of our lives, our economies, and our societies. Okay, but why do they look like us? Is it just a gimmick, to make them look cool for the cameras? The answer is a resounding no. The humanoid form isn't just a style choice, it's a practical necessity. And the reason? Well, it's all around you. It all boils down to this one key concept: anthropometric design. Sounds a little academic, I know, but all it really means is that for centuries, we've built everything to fit the human body. Think about it: doorknobs, staircases, cars, even the tools in a factory. They're all made for human hands, human legs, a human shape. So here's the crucial point. It is so much more efficient to design a robot that can use our tools, climb our stairs, and open our doors than it is to rebuild the entire world for some wheeled or multi-legged machine. This general-purpose human shape is simply the most scalable, most logical solution for the world we've already built. And that practical need has kicked off more than just a technological race. Oh no, this has sparked a full-blown geopolitical one. We are entering a new Sputnik moment, a super high-stakes global competition to see who will define the future of robotics. Now, this moment has been building for decades. You had the first clunky industrial arms back in the 60s, then came the Roombas, quietly mapping our living rooms. Each step was laying the foundation. But the arrival of platforms like Tesla's Optimus in 2023, that was the starting gun. That was the beginning of the true humanoid era. And at the forefront of this whole race, you've got two superpowers with completely different game plans. China is going all in with a top-down, state-funded strategy, pouring billions into the industry. They already account for over half of all global robot installations. The US, on the other hand, is relying on its classic company-driven innovation, leading in critical things like the AI software and the chips that power these things. And this chart really just says it all, doesn't it? It shows the scale of China's ambition perfectly. When you look at the sheer number of companies in the game, China has more than double the US. That is a clear, undeniable sign of their strategic focus. But with this incredible technological push comes some really immense risk. As these robots get connected to our homes, our workplaces, and our critical infrastructure, they also become targets. We absolutely have to talk about the dangers that are lurking inside the code. And this is not theoretical. This quote highlights a real-world discovery, a hidden backdoor found in a popular Chinese-made robot dog, a backdoor that could allow for complete remote control. Just imagine a device in your home or your office that could be secretly controlled by somebody else. The potential consequences of a large-scale hack are just staggering. I mean, we're talking about the ability to disrupt power grids, to conduct mass surveillance through the robot's own sensors, to sabotage manufacturing, or even to cause direct physical harm. The threat here is profound. And it's not just about cyber threats. As automation kicks into high gear, we're starting to see the beginnings of a real social backlash. From attacks on self-driving cars to very serious discussions in the EU about a robot tax to offset job losses, it feels like a new Luddite movement is starting to stir. So, with all these risks, why is the race still moving so incredibly fast? Well, because the economic prize is one of the largest in human history. We are on the verge of a total economic transformation. Just look at that number, $24 trillion. For some perspective, that is larger than the entire GDP of the United States. And what's really fascinating is that ARK Invest forecasts this massive market will be split right down the middle. $12 trillion for manufacturing and an equally huge $12 trillion for robots in our own homes. And this isn't just being driven by some corporate desire for profit. It's being pulled forward by huge societal needs. Aging populations are creating these massive labor shortages, especially in areas like elder care. And this kind of automation promises to dramatically lower the cost of goods and services for every single one of us. And this technology is becoming affordable with shocking speed. I mean, what once cost $250,000 is now targeting a price pretty similar to a car. But when you factor in leasing, the potential cost could drop to just $300 a month. Imagine a helper that works 24/7 for less than the cost of a daily coffee. That is true disruption. So at the end of the day, we're left staring at this incredible double-edged sword. On one side, you have this utopian promise of freedom from labor, an end to poverty, solutions to our biggest demographic challenges. And on the other side, you have the peril of mass surveillance, social unrest, and unprecedented new tools for control. Ultimately, the technology itself is neutral. The outcome isn't going to be some pre-written utopia or dystopia. It's just going to be human, which poses the most important question of all. As we build these machines in our own image, what kind of humanity are we going to choose to reflect?